This is John King. I'm speaking with Jeff Langton, who's running for District Court Judge in District 21. That's in the Ravalli County area. And the reason I was calling is there's a very controversial ad running right now that your opponent, Robert Myer, has purchased that accuses you of a number of things, including buying meth from a 13-year-old. I was hoping I might be able to get your side of this.
Sure. Well, John, this is absolute complete fabrication. I've never purchased methamphetamine from anybody, anytime, anywhere. It's a complete false lie.
There's other accusations, including that you're in trouble with a DUI, that you didn't meet your probation, things like that. Are those fabrications as well?
Well, I can tell you that 11, 12 years ago, I did receive a DUI citation. I dealt with that. I was found guilty of driving with excessive alcohol in my system, and I paid the penalties for it. And there was a one subsequent violation. After that, I elected on my own to seek treatment. I did so. I dealt with it, and there's been no further problems.
Gotcha. So,
and I might say I was reelected in 2010 by an overwhelming margin after all that happened.
So, with the charges being false on the meth side,
right?
Will you be pursuing slander charges against Robert Myers?
Well, that's certainly under consideration, and I'm also reporting it to the appropriate authorities, and I'm not going to just let it slide, because I've never. This is absolutely outrageous. I've never seen anything like this, particularly in a judicial race. My intent in this campaign was to talk about experience and qualifications and talk about my judicial record, and that's apparently not what Mr. Myers wants to do. And he wants to put out allegations that are unproven, false, and I mean, it's hard to combat things when you can't even really get a handle on them. These allegations about the meth are based on some statement that appears on the internet. If you try to look at it on the internet, you can't even. It's not even legible.
Yeah, so apparently the individual behind the statement has an affidavit out there. I haven't actually been able to speak with the individual myself. Robert Myers told me that I might be able to get a phone number or something, but I haven't been able to.
Well,
but as far as the charges, it's all stuff that would have happened back in like 1999 or 2000, which would have been far past any kind of statute of limitations.
Right.
And so that's why, according to Mr. Myers, that's why there aren't any charges.
Well, the usual thing, if somebody's making allegations this extreme, is to bring the person forward, and they tell their story to the press. Where are these people? Why haven't we heard from them? Why are we hearing Mr. Myers tell us what they said? Why is the statement an illegible, fuzzy thing on the internet that you can't read, and we have to rely on him to tell us what it says, what somebody else has said? The whole thing is just a smear job. Frankly, he's just pulling all the stops to do a last-minute smear campaign. Why did these things I've been in office for 23 years, and these things come up in the last 2 weeks prior to an election. I mean, that by itself makes it suspect. And if these people have something to say, then let them come forward and say it, and I'll respond to it.
Well, you've certainly been willing to talk with me. Thank you so much for your time, Mr.
You're welcome.
Langton. I hope that the campaign can go forward, and if these things are not true, I hope that the truth comes out.
Okay, well, I appreciate the opportunity to respond to these things, and have a good day.
You too, sir. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.